Okay, let's start the video. I haven't posted any video in the past few days, so hopefully this will be a good one after being out of posting videos for a couple of days. Subscribe, donate, follow me on Facebook, and donate via Google Wallet. You can also share and like my video. Also use the closed captioning button. And remember, as always, nothing is guaranteed. And email me at hyper_linkster@yahoo.com. hyper_linkster@yahoo.com. And you can email me to learn the illustration part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Some of you are getting it and some of you aren't getting it. So for those of you who are getting it, I'm very pleased. And let's look at the Mega Million for the last couple of days. Nobody won both jackpot, so the amount that is paid when somebody hits will be over 100 million. So this Dster was used for Mega Million on Wednesday to Friday. So mostly I'll create a new one by Friday. Email me for a new one for tomorrow's draw with the red numbers. The red numbers is key to hitting. There was one red number that hit on last Tuesday's draw. So the first set is 60912, 730944, 8771328, 105255, 936. So as you can see, there are 3 numbers that would be the key point in getting at least 3 numbers correct, because the ultimate goal is to get at least 3 numbers correct for the white ball to have at least some money won. But for the cash for life, you only need 2 white balls. But for the Mega and Powerball, you need 3 white numbers. Now, this is the Dster that was used, and ultimately, the Dster has been effective, super effective in getting those numbers in. So for those who have been sent the Dster, we'll be using this Dster to pick the Mega Million winning numbers. So follow me, and a lot of you had this IDCQ system, so email me for the IDCQ system for Friday's draw. If you want to hit the jackpot, it's not that hard, because we know that all numbers or most of the numbers are in the IDCQ system, and all you need to do is use a breakdown. To follow the breakdown, you might need to place 1 number in the blue box, because we know that not every time the IDCQ system will have all winning numbers, so you might need to use the breakdown to place 1 number in the blue box. And we know that nobody won. We 212 million and 166. So Mega Million has been high, 212 million. It's, if you want, imagine you won the 212 million. It's a good Mother's Day gift, or even a Father's Day gift if they hold it until Father's Day. So that's the biggest amount. And 09 will be your biggest threat, because the 09 appears 3 times as the Mega Ball. For the past 20 draws, it appeared 3 times. It became hot. And I don't think playing 09 again will be a wise choice, even though they will throw it at us. As you can see, the cash ball and the Powerball has been the same. So look at these 3 games, that some number appear the same for these 3 games. As you can see, the 24 appears 24. And 4 appears 4. That's how they like to do it. And so they repeats for games. So you might want to know what are the common factor for both Mega Man and Powerball? You want to track that also. Now, I'm going to go ahead and copy the winning number down for the Mega Man. And using last draws, let's see how many people won the second prize or the first prize. The multiplier was 4. Sorry about that. Nobody won the first prize, and nobody won the multiplier. You can see nobody won the multiplier on the bottom, and nobody won the first prize on the top either. So it was a hard draw. Number one, because of the 09, and number two, a lot of numbers that shouldn't have been drawn has been drawn. So now, but let's look at where the winning numbers are. But before we get that going, I'm going to point out to the common factor how the system has been predicting numbers. Now, for those of you who played the Thunderball, you can check the result of Thunderball on my previous video. The code Dster is 17, and the code Dster pair, I believe, is 19 for the Thunderball. So keep that in mind. There we go. Now, if you see the 07 is on the top. You see 07 on the top? 07 on the top. So for those of you who got this ID sequencing for April 23rd, this was 07. 07 one time, 07 two time, 07 three time, 07 four times. 07 have been appeared 4 times in the ID sequence system, 4 times. So for you who got the list, you know that 07 is the highest frequency numbers also, as well as obvious numbers. Obvious because we can see 07, 07, 07, and 07. And not only because of that, it's around the secret code. And 24 has, we can speak of, is also having 2 frequencies. So it's both number right now having 2 frequency. Without a doubt, it has 2 frequency in the IT sequence system. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 4 times. So both number appearing 4 times with the highest frequency in the Dster. So probably this draw was the easiest draw, because if you play all those obvious numbers, you had caught 2 already. Now 30 is on the top. I'm just going to make a hot coordinate. 30 also appears more than 1 time, but it appeared 2 times, but it's not that obvious. It appeared 1 time, 2 times, both in quadrant 1. So we were using the top quadrant to pick our winning numbers. Now 48 is the only one that appears 1 time. Right around the blue box on the corner, appearing in quadrant 2 and 4. So now 67. Now 67 is on the top quadrant. So looks like every number is on the ID sequence system. So unless I did it wrong, because I thought there was only 5 number when I update people. Now when I did it on my video, there was 6 number in the IDCQ system. So very good. 67 also appearing 1 time. So 2 number appearing 1 time. So the common factor is 7 and 24, 40 and 67, both appearing at the same amount of frequency. So like I said, you gotta pick 1 red number, 1 number with more than 1 frequency at least, 1 number with 1 frequency at least. So all these factor came through. There's 1 red number, but I'm not gonna reveal the red number. There's 1 number with more than 1 frequency, 07. 1 number with 1 frequency, 48 at least. I'm talking about at least. And then 09 also appear on top. So I'm not gonna use that 0 on the bottom. 09 appears twice on top of quadrant 1, and 09 also appears one time over here. So 09, 09, 09. So 09 having 3 frequencies. So how many number having 3 frequency? Having more than 1 frequency? 7, 24, 30, and 09. So most of the time you want to pick obvious numbers. So now, for those of you who want to hit that jackpot, now is your chance. Once you figure out how to work out the Dster, working around the secret code, most of the numbers is around the secret code, and most of the numbers are on top of the quadrants. So again, we've proven great deal amount of greatness in the ID secret system, because all or most of the winning numbers are on the top quadrant of the ID secret system, with no doubt. And it takes time to build the ID secret system. Sometimes it goes good, sometimes it goes bad. For this time, even though nobody won the jackpot, this jackpot could have been won if people followed the ID secret system. And a lot of players pool money into it. Someone will hit all those numbers in the ID secret system. Somebody will pick the right numbers. And we know there's no 60 number in the ID secret system. We know that there's no 60 number in the ID secret. You can do it yourself, or I can do it right now. I didn't count how many numbers, but I know there's no 60 numbers in the ID secret system. And I don't have that paper with me. If I have that paper, I would know how many numbers are in the ID secret system. So right now, I don't have that paper with me. Oh, I think I have that paper. Yes, I have that paper. Yeah, but I didn't track how many ID secret system. But there was 79 playable number in the ID secret system. And non-playable numbers from that list, that's 7. The only non-playable number was 24. Only non-playable number was 24, and that's it. The only non-playable. I try not to put. I try to put 48 as a non-playable number, but I doubt myself, so I erased the 48. So 48 was a neutral, was not a non-playable number. So the only number that came as non-playable was 24. So not much a big of deal. There were 17 non-playable numbers. And the LOE number, the law of elimination numbers, were 18, 25, 43, 47, and 57, which did not come. So using the law of elimination, we could eliminate 5 of the previous winning numbers. So it did help further bringing down using law of elimination. And remember, there were only 31 neutral number for that draw. I have a paper with me. And that 48 just became neutral. I was about to add it in the non-playable, but I didn't add it. I added the 24. 24 came as non-playable. Now, there were 16 red numbers. One of the red number came, and also 22 playable numbers. And let me see how many numbers are playable. Playable high percentage numbers. So 7 is a neutral numbers for last draw. 24 was a non-playable number for last draw. 30 was a neutral number, was a high percentage winning number, 30. So 30 could have been picked it. 30 became a high percent winning numbers. 48 was a neutral number. So 20, I got 28 in the high playable numbers and the non-playable number. So that means it's a neutral number. 28 could have been a neutral number. So, but the 30 was a high percentage winning number, and 48 was a neutral number. And 67 also a neutral number. So out of that, there was 3 neutral numbers, 1 high playable numbers, and 1 non-playable number. So neutral numbers should be played also. So the breakdown did help. It did help because it did help pick a lot of winning numbers out there. Now, thanks for sending me the winning ticket. I'll try to make my video. So let's see where he caught the winning number. 7. So he had the 7 right here. I don't want to block the numbers, so he has 7 right there. 7 and he caught both 9s as the Mega Ball. So congratulations to this viewer for using the IDC system correctly. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that. I don't want to block the 09. I want you guys to see where he hit. So he hit at least $2 back from both 9s. Even though 9 was still due, that 9 is not on top 4 Powerball list before. Because it's one Powerball, Mega Ball Mega Ball that was top 4. It's way out of the radar. So email me for that one. And also the 24 was a non-playable number. He played the non-playable 24, even though it's not supposed to be played. And he caught it with the non-winning Mega Ball. And also the 30 was also on top. Now, if you spread out the numbers, you're gonna hit all numbers. You have more chance of hitting all numbers in those 5 lines, because 5 times 5 white balls is 25. So you're getting 25 white balls out of 70 white balls. So your chance of hitting that 5 white ball will increase. Not even that, because remember the IDC system don't have 670 numbers, so you're playing 25 white balls in out of how many white balls are in the IDC system. So that will even further increase your chance of picking all white balls correctly. Now that's a matter of luck, where you place the white balls to get those 5 white balls on a single line. That will help you hit the jackpot. And he did it correctly. Even though the 24 is not supposed to play every number, he did it correctly. And the 30 was being picked on top. That was a good number to be played. It should have been played with some other numbers also. Probably should have been played with the 07, because the 07 was the obvious number that I should have played with the obvious number. And also the 48, he got 2 numbers, 24 and 48, and then he also got the 67. So congratulations, he matched 3 on a line and came close to matching 4 on the line. Now let's see where the errors are. Now he got 01, 7, 28. I'm gonna just do one line since I'm running out of time. 01 right over here. He got 01, 07. 01 has 1 frequency, 2 frequency, 3 frequency. 07, 1, 2, 3, 4. 07 has 4 frequency. Now he also had 28. So he did it correctly because he had 1 red number. So he did it correctly. 28 1 time. So he also had 1 number with 1 frequency. So he did it correctly. He had 1 number with more than 1 frequency. He had 1 number with 1 frequency. And he had 1 red number in the IDC system. Picked it. So I'm not going to tell you which is the red number. 67 with on top, 1 number with 1 frequency, and then 70. 70 has 4 frequencies. So the only suggestion I would rule out for this is to play the inverse number or the opposite number. So the law of opposite attraction. So try not to play the law of opposite attraction number on a single line, because let's look at the winning numbers to see which number have the law of opposite attraction. Mostly none of these numbers have the law of opposite attraction numbers. I don't have the list with me, but by looking at it, 07 is 70, 24 is 42, 30 is 03, and 67 is 21, I believe, and 48 is 39. So none of these were opposite attraction number that were drawn at the same draw. So I will advise you that means that 70 over here that this player played it could have been swapped with 30 or 48. Probably could have been swapped with the 30 because 30 was a high percentage winning number. Now, in terms of other numbers, 24, let's look at D. I'm not going to do every single line. D is 24. D is 24. It's on the Dster. Now, 32 and 33. Look at 32 and 33. I look at the wrong Dster. 32, there's no 33 in the Dster. So he played a 33 not on the Dster, and that 33 should not be played because that 33 wasn't a high percentage winning number, cannot be used in the blue box. Remember, only high percentage winning number can be used in the blue box. So you cannot use 33. So that's the only mistake he had, was the 33. That 33 should have been played with a 30 instead of a 33. You would have hit 3 numbers. 48 is in the Dster and 53 is also in the Dster. That mistake was that 33 should not have been played. That 33 was a high percentage number, cannot be played in a blue box. So you do not use any number in a blue box which is not a high percentage winning number. So that was the only mistake. You can learn my system, but he's learning correctly because he's hitting 3 numbers. Now, 3, 13, 30, 69, that 30 was in the Dster, 70 in the Dster, 69 is not in the Dster. So that 69 is not in the Dster, but that 69 is a high percentage winning number, so the 69 could have been placed here to become a 69. Once you place a 9 here, you cannot place a 33 here. You cannot have 2 same number in the blue box. So you can only place a 33 or a 69 there. And the only thing you can do is place a 69, not a 33. That 33 should not be played. Place a 69, so he played a 69 over there because it's not in the Dster and a high percentage winning number, so you can place a 69 over here. But as you know, try not to play the blue box because you can see all the winning number are in the blue box. All the winners are not in the blue box. And then also 13 and 3. Let's see where 13 and 3 are. 13 is a high percent winner for last draw, and 3 is a neutral number. So where's the win number? Keep using. So 13 is a high percent win number. 13 is here, and 3 is here. So very good. Another mistake he made. 30 and 3, opposite attraction number. Try not to play that. You're gonna lower your chance of hitting that jackpot. Try not to play opposite attraction numbers to get it on the same line. Okay, and sorry about being a long video, but it's well worth it because the only mistake was that opposite attraction number. If he had played it, that number 30 instead of 70, he would have hit 4 numbers. You're getting close, so let me check your ticket also to see how well you did. Remember, you need at least 1 frequency numbers, 1 high frequency numbers, and one red number in there. You must have at least 1 of those. And last draw, we have 1 high frequency number, which is 07. 67 was 1 frequency number. And we have 1 red number, but I'm not going to reveal the red number. You can email me for the red number. For those who have the list, you know what red number we are talking about. Please subscribe, donate, follow me on Facebook, like and share my video.